Good afternoon, sixth period class. We are shortened with time today because some of you forgot about the vocabulary tests, so I did give you a little time to look those up and turn them in. Those of you viewing at home, be sure you get those vocabulary on Quizlet. You can find the link on our Facebook homework page or your Google Classroom if you need help finding the definitions. Your learning target today is from Chapter 5, Section 3C. I can represent linear functions using function tables, and graphs, and determine if the function is discrete or continuous. Now, we may not get to the discrete and continuous part today, but we are going to talk about functions. Again, I am recording, so if you are not allowed to be on video, don't get in front of it, okay? I want you to, everybody should have a piece of graph paper. So you're going to be taking some notes on graph paper today. I want us to start out with an equation. Y'all excuse me, my voice is still a little hoarse. Let's look at the equation y equals 2x plus 1.
Write this down?
Yes, please. I'm going to add a column to our function table. Just going to be at the end, and we're going to write these numbers now as ordered pairs. Okay? Now, we've already talked about picking our numbers. We pick our numbers like we pick our noses. Randomly. Make sure you get at least one negative number. And you want small numbers, numbers that are close to 0. So I want you to take a minute. I want everybody picking your own numbers.
Oh, I thought you were about to say no.
Oh, please don't pick your nose. And if you need to, I got Kleenex and Germ-X. So, whatever happens, happens.
I was really about to pick my nose.
Please don't. Especially if you're going to wipe it on my dates. Ew.
Weird.
Oh.
Don't talk about weird people.
Everybody should be picking some numbers. Picking numbers.
How many?
4 numbers. Choose 4. Everybody choose 4.
We gotta have a negative.
You gotta have at least one negative. I would choose -1.
Yeah, that's what I did.
If you didn't choose -1, if you chose -2, that's fine. As long as you got us a negative. Pick your numbers like you pick your nose.
Bobby picks it on a regular basis.
Well, as long as he's not scheduling an appointment and he's picking randomly.
I always pick random.
I got a schedule appointment for Richie Snake.
I get doctor.
Each number pick. You got it worked out? Yeah, you gotta work it out too.
Oh.
Pick your numbers. Pick your numbers. Work it out. This table ain't gonna get filled in without you. Yes, you're replacing X with the value you choose. What's one of your numbers? -1? Okay, one of Joe's numbers is -1. So y equals 2 times -1 plus 1.
It'd be -1.
What is 2 times -1?
-2.
-2 plus 1 is?
-1.
-1. So my ordered pair here is -1, -1. Quickly. We're running out of time, kids. Got yours done? Thomas, give me a number. 0. Tell me how you put it in.
2, 0, plus 1.
2 times 0 plus 1. Don't forget to use parentheses. Okay, and 2 times 0 is
0,
0 plus 1 is
1,
my ordered pair.
0, 1.
Negative.
Okay? Yeah, Colin, you got 2? Tell me how you did it, Colin.
Y equals, 2. Then the
Parentheses.
parentheses, 2. And plus 1.
Uh-huh. And then,
You, do 2 plus, well, 2 times 2
correct.
plus 1.
Yes. And what do you get when you multiply 2 times 2?
4,
4 plus 1 is
5.
good. My ordered pair.
That'd be 2 and 5.
That'd be right. And we need one more number.
1.
3,
1.
3.
3,
1.
1. Yes.
I said I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
The way you get the ordered pairs, how do you get them? Like,
How do we get the ordered pairs? Who
You
can
get-
tell us?
You get the X and the Y
It's the
together.
X, a number first, then Y.
The X and then what you get for Y. So -1, -1 goes here. 0, 1 goes here. 2, 5 goes here.
Do 8.
Do 8? I don't want a big number.
Three.
I'm gonna go with
It means
1. Somebody said
17.
1. I'm going with 1.
I did.
Okay? So what do I do with that 1?
You replace X with 1.
Okay?
2 times 1 plus
And that is
2
3.
plus 1 is
my ordered pair.
I said 2.
1 and 3.
Okay, now is when I'm gonna get picky. Yes.
Things are.
Yeah, if you'll go around behind the camera. Now's when I'm gonna get picky because we're fixing a graph. Alright, do you understand how we got the ordered pairs? Okay. Now, I want us to look at the domain. Which set of numbers represents the domain? The x coordinates. What is my domain for this function?
-1, 0, 2,
Or 1 and 2.
Excuse me, so my low number is
0, -1.
-1. So on my x-axis, I've got to have at least the low number of -1 and the high number is,
5.
2.
Or 2 of it.
Two.
I'm looking at the other.
alright, so I'm gonna make myself an x-axis about right here. And I'm gonna make sure I got enough numbers to take care of from -1 to 2. So I'm gonna start with -2, even though I didn't use that. -1, 0. Now listen, when you're doing these numbers, you know I'm picky right now. I want you to have that little tick mark exactly where your graph paper crosses where you've drawn your axis. Now I want it numbered correctly. If it's not, you're gonna pay the price.
Are we drawing it on
You're gonna pay the piper. Yeah, we're fixing to graph this puppy. Alright, so we've got our x-axis drawn. Now our y-axis comes through 0. And what are my high and low numbers here?
-1 and 5.
-1 and 5. So I need my y-axis to go from -1 all the way up to +5. So I need to make sure I've got my y-axis long enough to cover those numbers. I'm gonna come down just a little bit further than what I need. And I think I'm gonna have to go up just a little bit further. Okay, so I got -1, -2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got enough numbers. Okay. I'm gonna come around and take just a quick peek at your graph while you're finishing. Make sure you get that X and Y axis drawn. You remember all those times I gave you a quiz? Oh, you've already plotted your points. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna let you help me. If somebody needs some help, I want you to help me. I want your axis drawn on one of the lines of your group.
Lucky Thomas.
Eraser.
That wasn't me.
That was just.
See how we doing over
Yes,
here?
tonight, when you do 0, 1, oh, would you do 0, 1?
Yes. Very good, very good. Some of you are going ahead and graphing those points. That's great. I like how you're thinking ahead. Got a problem with your graph.
were trying to graph
You started earlier over here. And there's one right here. So this is the big one. Negatives. All right, some of you jumped ahead and were going ahead and graphing, and that is good, great, wonderful.
Mine's
I
good.
need you to give me some directions.
You
My
got,
first ordered pair is -1, -1.
you put it between the 2 -1.
I put it between the two negative ones, okay, so
Like on-
right here.
No, on that corner.
No, where the corner.
Oh, where do I start?
On the
X-axis.
At 0, and what's 0 called?
The
Origin. So from the origin, what do I
Go
do?
to the one, to
Go to
the
the,
negative one.
which direction, down or left?
Left.
Left.
Left,
And then down.
and then down, how far?
To the
There.
other one.
Here? Okay, so there's my ordered pair, -1, -1. So what about the next ordered pair?
Go right one.
Stay on the order.
No, you go
Go
up.
over,
Yeah.
over one.
No,
Not up, over. Wait,
Go up.
wait, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I go to 0, I go to the origin, I do not move left or right, but I do go up to 1, which is right here. Okay? Then I got the ordered pair to 5, tell me how.
You go
Go to
To
2
the right,
and go up 5.
From where?
from
Zero.
zero.
Start at 0 and go right,
Two.
One,
and then,
And then go
up five.
five.
ooh, I gotta get up here closer. Long way to go. Okay, then my last ordered pair is 1, 3, tell me
Go
how.
to the right from the origin.
1,
up three.
And go up three.
okay. Now, for this one, we're going to draw a line connecting these points,
You
okay?
just throw a line through.
Throw that line through.
Is it alright when I have different numbers?
If you have different numbers, yes, so long as your line ends up going through the same ordered pairs. You could have different numbers. Somebody might have chosen -2 here. Somebody might have chosen 3. That's okay for you to have different numbers, as long as your line is the same.
That
Now-
looks just like mine.
It does look just like yours, that's awesome. Now, I want to give you the definition for a word. Linear,
We gotta write this down.
yes.
What is it?
Linear equation or function. All right, you help me out with the definition here. Did we create a line?
Yes.
How did we create that line?
By connecting
By
the dots.
connecting our ordered pairs.
By connecting our ordered pairs, our points. Where did these ordered pairs come from?
The
The table.
The table, the graph. Can I just throw any random number in for X?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Any number up there.
we can.
You can go put a booger right in that zero.
I could.
That's how I know it.
Go put one
There we
right
go.
around.
Alright, so what do you think our definition for linear equation or linear function needs to be based on this example? A graph,
A graph that,
He just sniffed the
a
door.
graph that,
That-
what did it make?
About a
Numbers.
Okay, now, where did that graph come from?
Negative.
Y equals 2x plus
The
1.
equation.
The equation. So it is an equation that makes a
graph.
Function.
Line.
line.
Oh.
It is a graph or an equation or function that makes a line when graphed. Okay, kids, that's all we got time for today. Those of you at home watching, just a second, I'll let you. Hope you feel better soon, and I hope you're back in class with us real soon. We'll see you.
Hey, look.
Go ahead.